Sounds good. So, well, again, thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure for me to be in another Referral Candy webinar. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 ways that you can get more word of mouth sales for your online store, even if you don't have a referral program. So, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 tips that actually we have even used internally here at Referral Candy for both for our own use and our customers as well. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Raul. I'm the partner manager here at Referral Candy. For those of you who are maybe new with referral marketing or referral candy, we are a app for online stores and we allow them to run customer referral programs. We have worked with thousands of companies. We actually focus on small and medium online retailers, but we have also worked with some big brands, as you can see here. And we actually work with companies from pretty much all industries. This is actually a good example. So Uniqlo, Grades, and also Reebok as well work in the clothing industry. Blue Smart, it's a company that sells intelligent luggage. So it's kind of like a mix between luggage and also software. And they have actually also used Referral Candy for their referral campaigns. And here at the end, you can see Tidal. Tidal is actually JC's funded company that's actually a Spotify competitor. And so it's software. So it's another company that have used Referral Candy for their referral programs. We're actually available for all major e-commerce platforms, so from Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, Magento, Evolution. Even if you have your own custom solution set up, as long as you're able to copy and paste a piece of code on your website and either forward or BCC us in your invoice emails, we're able to track all the referral activity that's happening in your store and basically get you a referral program up and running. Okay, so these are some of the things that we're going to be covering today. That I wanted to basically do a quick check before and to let you know some of the details about the webinar. So it's going to be around 30 minutes long. It depends on the number of questions that we get and how much time we spend answering questions. I'll be happy to answer all your questions. So anytime that you have anything that it's maybe not clear, want me to repeat something, or you'd like me to ask something, please go ahead and type it here in the chat box. We'll stop several times to answer questions. Also, at the end will be a quick Q&A session. This has been recorded and it'll be sent to everyone who register. If you have any questions, again, just use the chat box. And if you are considering about using Referral Candy or setting up a referral program in your store, we're going to give to all of you an extended trial of Referral Candy, so you can use it on your store. So if you stick until the end, we'll be sharing this deal with you guys. All right. So before we actually dive in, I want you to think about either if you're an e-commerce store owner or if you work in marketing for an e-commerce store, or if or you're here to learn more about referral sales and word of mouth sales. I want you to think about what can referral marketing and what can word of mouth sales do for your business. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys several ideas and several strategies you can follow to increase referral sales on your store. But it will be great if at the same time you are thinking, okay, how can I apply this to my own business? Okay, so these are the main 3 ideas we'll be covering today. So the first one is how to refine your positioning. So this is basically how you're going to explain your customers what your brand's about and what they can get from your brand. So we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about how to set up the perfect incentives. So as you know, referral programs have incentives for both the customer that is spreading the word about your store and also the friends who you want to encourage to make this first purchase. So we're going to talk about how to set up these perfect incentives, and then we're also going to talk about how to ask for referrals, because it's something that I'm not going to say controversial, but it's always something that people who are new to referral marketing find a little bit violent, asking for customers for a referral or asking their customers to talk to their friends about the brand. So there's several ways that you can do this, and we'll cover some of them so you can apply them to your business. All right. So first of all, we're going to talk about the pyramid and positioning, and we're going to use the pyramid, which is a tool that we use here internally to talk about positioning. So you as a brand, you need to define your positioning in a way that it's very clear for your customers to understand. I don't know how many of you have been to my previous webinar where we talk about user retention, and actually another one where we talk about user-generated content, and we talk about how the best salespeople at your company are your customers. And why am I mentioning this? It's because you need to make it easy for your customers to talk to their friends and family about your brand. And so if you give them a clear message and a clear pitch on how they have to pitch or how they have to talk about your brand, you're making it very easy for them to share this with their friends and with their family, and to be able to effectively generate referral sales for your store. And so this is, if there's any marketers here in the room, you'll probably recognize this. This is a tool that we use both internally and with our customers when we help them to refine their positioning as a brand. So think about if you will have to choose two of these three items, which is, or features, which is okay, being good, being cheap, or being fast. This is actually called the good, fast, cheap pyramid. And let's say you have to pick two to define your business. Okay, so I'm actually going to give you guys an example that you'll get it right away. So let's say that you probably had a coffee this morning. I did. If you're like me, you probably need more than one coffee to start in the morning. And let's say that for coffee you have three options. So one of them will be to make your coffee at home. So buy it at the supermarket, make it at home, put it in a travel mug, and take it to work. Now this is good in the sense that it's good coffee, probably it's good quality product. It's a good quality coffee, because even if you go to the supermarket and buy probably the most expensive coffee that you can find, when you think about how much an individual cup of coffee will cost, it's close to what, less than $1, probably way less than $1. So at the end of the day, it's going to be a cheap option, but it's going to be good quality coffee because you chose it, because you made it yourself, and you made it exactly how you like it. So that would be an example of choosing a product that's both good and cheap, but it's definitely not fast, because you have to go to the supermarket, you have to take it home, make it, put it in a travel mug, etc. Now, an option that will be fast and cheap could be McCafe. So McCafe, it's McDonald's coffee. It's fast because it's McDonald's. McDonald's is in the fast food business. And so obviously it's going to take them less than a minute or two to make your coffee. It's going to be cheap. You're probably going to pay what, like $1 for your cup of coffee, but it's probably not going to be good. I mean, I've tried my cafe. It's not the best coffee that you can find. But again, it's fast and cheap. If that's what you need, then you should go for it. And now the third option will be Starbucks. So Starbucks is an example of a product or coffee that it's good, in the sense that it's good quality coffee. We can probably all of us agree on that. It's fast, unless there's a huge line at the store. They're probably gonna have your coffee ready within a couple minutes, but it's definitely not cheap. You're paying what, two, three, well, actually now $3, $4 for a cup of coffee. That's not cheap, or at least it's not cheaper than the other options. So this is how these three brands are actually refining their positioning and how they want to tell you what their main value proposition is. And so again, it has to be very clear, whatever you choose. I know that you probably, many of you are thinking, okay, well, I don't want to say that my brand, that we are fast and cheap, but definitely not good. I mean, that's something that we don't want to share, and that's okay. I mean, obviously that's normal, and that's not the point. The point is not to get one of these two options, being good and cheap, but forget about being fast. No, you should always strive for all three. You should strive for be good, to be fast, or have at least reasonable shipping times, and also, well, either be cheap or be as affordable as you can. And like I said, we use this internally here at ReferralCandy. And again, we strive for all these three options. We strive to have a good software. We strive for being cheap, or at least being affordable for our target market, which is small and medium retailers. And we want to be fast in a sense that we want to get your referral program up and running as quickly as possible. And also, we focus a lot on having a customer service team that it's going to be there and respond quickly and being proactive for a customer. So if we have to focus on these two, on two options, we'll focus on being fast and being cheap. Again, that doesn't mean that we don't want to be good. Of course not. We strive for all three. But if we have to focus on these two, we'll be fast and cheap. And you can probably see some of these examples here. These are reviews that our customers have given us, and they mention, and most of them, they mention about either how quickly it was or how easy it was to set up the referral program. And they also talk about how responsive customer support team, which is, like I said, one of the main areas that we strive for. In terms of pricing, we we want to be cheap in a sense that we want to be affordable for e-commerce stores. We believe that all e-commerce stores, regardless of their size, should be able to set up a referral program. And so that's why we also adjust our pricing for our target market. So this is something that obviously you can do as well. Now, let's talk about how to use the perfect incentives. Okay. Again, for any referral program, there is a reward for the advocate, which is your existing customers who is going to go out and tell their friends and tell their families about your product. And on the other side, you have these new people that are just learning about your store just right now, and you want to encourage them to make a purchase. And so you want to reward both of them. And before I go onto the next example, I want to ask you guys, how many of you have Uber installed on your phone right now? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to reply. Okay, and how many of you that you have Uber installed on your phone, how many of you set up your Uber account using a referral code? At least I did. That was the first time I said out loud that I wanted to sign up on Uber. I had a friend coming all the way from the other room to talk to me and say, look, before you sign up, use my referral code because both of us will get 10 euros. And it was probably different. It's probably different on different countries. They probably used different promotions. It's either get $20, give $20. Here in Europe, at least it was get 10 euros and give 10 euros. So it's always very easy to remember. And that's one of the things that we're going to look at when we say, okay, what is the perfect referral incentive? These are some of the things that we have learned over the past few years. And this is the example I wanted to share with you guys. One of the reasons of why Uber's referral program has been so successful is because their referral program pitch or the referral program structure was very easy for people to remember. I'm pretty sure that when you set up your Uber account, as you guys had here in the chat box, when you guys set up your account, I'm pretty sure that you had some of your friends saying, hold on a second, look, sign up for this app because both of us will get $20, so both of us will get a free ride, or both of us will get something. Anyway, it was very easy for people to remember what they're getting out of it. And it's actually a messaging that we have seen a lot of our customers use when they're promoting the referral program. It's give 5, get 5, get 20%, give 20%, whatever it is. You need to think about how do you make it easy for your customers to remember what they're getting out of your referral program. What I mentioned at the beginning, your customers are the best salespeople that you have in your company. And one of the reasons why you have this is because, again, they will not recommend something to their friends if it wasn't going to be good for them. So what you have to do is that you have to help them basically pitch your company effectively, pitch your value proposition effectively, but also you have to help them pitch your referral program effectively. They should be able to remember perfectly what your referral program is about and what the friend is getting out of it. And so the easier that you make it, the better, because it will be simple for them to just tell their friends what they can get out of it in a couple seconds. A lot of companies and a lot of stores decide to go for a more complicated referral program where maybe they set up different levels which it's kind of like a ladder. You scale the more referrals that you make, or you have to refer X friends to be able to get a discount that you can then apply to a several set of products, whatever it is. I've seen a lot of companies using very complicated referral programs that are very difficult, sometimes impossible to remember what they are about. And so even though that's probably something that they're doing with the best of the intentions, don't get me wrong, this is probably something they're doing because they want their customers to be proactive and to tell their friends about their store. But sometimes when you make it too complicated, I mean, people have a very short attention span. I mean, I don't know exactly how many people that are in the room with me right now, it's actually listening. So it's hard to tell when people are actually paying attention to what they have in front of you. We are bombarded by ads, by notifications, by emails, whatever it is. And so you need to have your communication be as clear as possible. And this is an example of a product that I really like. And actually, I will definitely refer but that I think that they could probably improve the referral program. This is TransferWise. For those of you who don't know TransferWise, this is a company that was actually co-founded by some of the co-founders, initial co-founders of Skype. And it's a company that allows you to do international transfers at a very affordable rate. So it's a great company. They've been around for a while, and they're working very well. But they have a referral program where it's far from being as simple as the Uber one, where you give $10 and get $10. Here you have to refer 3 friends. Each one of these friends have to make a transfer of at least $200, well, 200 pounds. And then if any of these 3 friends make a first transfer of up to $200, then you get a reward of $50. Now, again, I get it. I mean, they're given a significant amount as a reward, which is $50. So they want to make sure that the transfer that these first customers or these new customers are doing are high enough so it's profitable for them. I get that. But it will be a lot easier to just say, look, get your friends to make a first transfer, whatever the amount is, and we'll give you $10 or we'll give you $5. Even if it's a small amount, it will be easier to achieve, because at the end of the day, no one's gonna get rich out of referring friends to join whatever service or whatever company it is. So it's more about getting your customers excited for getting something for free. And so if you make it very complicated for your customers to achieve whatever it is, that the reward that you're giving them, you might be discouraging them, and it might end up being frustrating, which is not the point of your referral program. You also need to think about social status versus bribes. And let me explain this. As I said before, one of the main reasons of why your customers are the best salespeople at your company is because they don't sound like salespeople in front of their audience, which is family and friends. And also because I want to believe that no one will betray their family or friends in order to get a 10% discount on their next purchase. And so when people recommend something, it's because they truly believe in it. It's because they actually believe that whatever they're recommending, it's going to be useful for the other person. And so you have to think about referrals as something that we do out of, just for the sake of being nice to other people. And if you have been to other webinars with me, you have probably seen this example, because I truly think it's probably one of the best examples that we've had within our customer base of really understanding what social status means in a referral program. So this is Audio Blogs. This is a company that sells audio samples and royalty-free music for music producers and for audio engineers. And they give $20 to the advocate, which is the existing customer who's going out and telling their friends about audio blogs. But they're giving the new customer a 90% discount on a year subscription. Now think about it, it's a 90% discount. Most people would just recommend audio blogs to their friends just because they're being able to give them a 90% discount. That's very special. That makes you feel like you have found something very special, and you want to feel like a hero or look like a hero in front of your friends. You have been able to find something very special and something unique, and you really want to do something nice for them. So think about the social status, and also think about rewarding more the friend who's being referred more than the advocate by himself. And also something you can do to set up the perfect referral incentives is to adjust them to your customers' purchasing behavior. Now here on the left we have YouFoods. YouFoods is a company that sells meal plans, and they sell nutrition supplements like proteins, etc. And so of course their customers keep coming back to their store to buy more meal plans, to buy more proteins, and whatever it is. And so since they know that their customers are coming back, instead of giving their customers a cash reward, what they're giving them is a discount or meals for free. And so now you know that your customers are going to be very engaged to your referral program. So they're going to be talking a lot to their friends about your referral program because they're getting something in exchange for free and something that they, let's say, actually need. Okay. So it will be very interesting for them to keep talking about it. And you are getting new customers because they're talking to their friends about the store, and they're getting new customers to YouFoods. But at the same time, you are retaining these customers because, you're not only rewarding them for being loyal, but also you're giving them stuff for free. or you're giving them discounts, and they're probably not huge discounts, but they're probably discounts that no other competitor of yours will be able to match. And so that's a great way for you to retain customers where you're acquiring new ones. On the other side, we have Critical Pass, which is probably the opposite example. Critical Pass is a company that sells flashcards for students that are going to take the bar exam in the US. So for those of you who are not based in the US, the bar exam, it's the exam that law students take in order to be able to become a lawyer. Okay, so that's something that they some sort of official exam they have to pass in order to start practicing as a lawyer. Now, obviously, the perfect customer of Critical Pass will never have to go back to Critical Pass and buy another set of flashcards. If they go back to Critical Pass and keep buying flashcards, that means that it's probably not the best customer because they keep failing the exam. So again, that's really not the point of Critical Pass. Critical Pass knows that their product is something that customers are going to buy probably once in their lifetime, and they will never go back. But something that they did instead, it's to give cash rewards to advocates instead of giving a discount. So they were giving a $10 discount to friends and a $10 cash reward to advocates. That's actually something that's still going on. And it works very well because, again, this is something that, well, what's the point of getting a discount on something that literally you're never going to go back again? You're never going to buy again, or you never go back to the store again. We also have several customers that they are in the business of selling mattresses online. Again, mattresses is an item that you probably buy several times in your lifetime, and that's probably something you buy, I don't know, once every 5 to 10 years. And so giving someone a discount on their next purchase when it's a purchase that they're probably not going to do within the next 5 years, it doesn't make any sense. So again, they also applied the same rule. They gave a discount to the new customers and they gave a cash reward to the existing ones. So going back to what we were saying before, what is the perfect referral incentive? It's kind of as a summary. First of all, keep it simple. Okay, so help your customers remember what's the deal with your referral program, what they're getting out of it, what they can offer their friends. Again, think about social status. Think about why people do recommendations, why people recommend something. And most of the time they do it because they think that it's going to be beneficial for the other person. So think about rewarding more the friend than the advocate. And then what we just saw, try to match your rewards with your buying behavior, with your purchasing behavior. Okay. All right, so we're going to dive into the third and last part of the webinar, which is how to ask for referrals, how to ask the smarter way. So by the way, if you guys have any questions, again, feel free to type them here in the chat box. We'll stop at the end of this last section to answer your questions. But in the meantime, let's talk about how to send a good refer a friend email and how to ask for referrals in a smarter way to your customers. So these are actually two examples of our customers and how they ask their customers for a referral. These are emails that explain perfectly what we have just described. It's hey, this is what you get. You get $20 off when your friend gets $10 off. Sorry, 10% off. On the left side explains, look, your friends get 20% discount. You get a 10% discount on your next purchase. So again, another example of a company that's rewarding more the friend than the advocate. And so examples like this is what actually makes a difference in our referral program. But we have also seen some very common mistakes that I wanted to share with you guys. A very common mistake that I keep seeing is including the referral link in invoice emails. Now, there's two reasons of why this is a mistake, in my opinion. First of all, it's because you're assuming that as soon as possible is the best. So, okay, let's say that you have a customer that goes to your online store, buys something from your store. After they go through checkout, you send them, or they get the invoice email automatically, and you bury your referral link within the email or within the invoice. Now, people don't really like looking at invoices. I mean, an invoice is just a reminder of something that you just bought, that you spent some money on something. And so, well, we don't really feel good about that. And so trying to bury the referral email there, the referral link there, it's gonna help your customers forget about it or not even look at it. And so you are assuming that just because you have my attention, I'm willing to refer right now. And also something that you are assuming, or that when companies send referral links and invoice emails, something that they're assuming it's because that it's that as soon as possible is the best. And that means that, well, I didn't even have time, me as a customer, I didn't have time to get your product, to look at it, feel it, use it, whatever it is, and then I'll be ready to make a recommendation. But I just made the purchase. I don't really know if I like your product. I don't really know if I'm willing to refer my friends about this. And so, when is the best? Answering that question is whenever your customer has received value and they can effectively pitch for your product and they can vouch for your product and they can go and tell their friends, look, I've used this product for a couple of weeks now. It's great. This is why you should buy it. I think you will love it, etc. That's why timing it's crucial when sending a referral friend email. And you also need to keep in mind that only some percent of your customers are actually ready to refer. This is actually a study done by Texas Tech, and the results were that, well, about 8 out of 10 customers answer. If you ask your customers, 8 out of 10 will say, yeah, I'll be willing to refer you to a friend. Yeah, I really like your product, and I'll be happy to recommend you to my friends. But the truth is that 3 out of 10, or actually less than that, of your customers will actually end up referring you to their friends. And that's okay. That's just human nature, but you need to keep that in mind. And one of the things that you need to do is that you need to remind your customer constantly that the referral program exists and that they can benefit from it. So keep your referral program top of mind. One of the things that we recommend companies to do is that they include some sort of call to action on their website. So this is, once again, the YouFoods example. They have this bar here at the bottom left corner of the screen that says get free meals. Okay, so, well, it'll cause your curiosity, even if you're not a YouFoods customer, but you might click on it and you might see that they have a referral program in place and you can benefit from it. Another example of this, it's 22 days, 22-day nutrition, another company that's pretty much in the same field as YouFoods. And they say, look, do you love 22 days? If you really love 22 days, why don't you spread the word and why don't you tell your friends and family about it so they can benefit from it as well? So as you can see, they're both calling their customers to join the referral program, but they're doing it in a different way. One of them is saying, look, this is what you can get out of it. This is a great deal that you can benefit from. And on the other side, we have a company that it's kind of like appealing to your emotions. Like, hey, do you love us? Like, do you really love our product, right? Well, if you do, why don't you go and tell your friends that they can benefit from whatever discount? And here we're getting to the end of the webinar. And this is a quick summary of what we just covered today. So these are the 3 tactics that we have covered about how to get more word of mouth sales. Again, even if you don't have a referral program, these are things that you can start using right away. So the first one, we talk about why should people refer you, and so we gave you some tips on how you should position your branding in order to make it easy for your customers to talk to their friends about your brand. We also talk about how using simple rewards that match your customers' behavior can actually help you not only get new customers but retain the ones that you have. And then you need to ask for referrals, but you need to do it in a smart way. So think about call to actions such as emails. Think about letting your customers know on your website that your referral program exists and letting them know that this is something that they can benefit from. All right. Okay. So again, as I said at the beginning, we are going to give away a special deal on ReferralCandy. So if you would like to try out a referral program for your store, I just put in the chat box referral link so you can click on that. If you click on that, it will take you to ReferralCandy's homepage, and if you sign up from there, you'll be able to get a 60-day extended trial instead of 30. And so again, we cover how to get more word of mouth sales for your store. It's important to say that if you have an e-commerce store that it's been running for a couple of years, it's a stable business, I can tell you, you are already getting referral sales. The problem with that, if you don't have a referral program, is that you don't know how many referral sales you're getting, and you don't you can't take any actions on that. You can't really empower your customers and encouraging them to tell their friends about your brand. So setting up a referral program, it's one of the easiest things that you can do to boost your word of mouth sales. So you can try Risk free for 60 days. You can cancel anytime during this 60-day free trial that we're giving you specifically because you came to the webinar today. Again, it's very simple to set up. As I said at the beginning, if you also have any questions or any problems with it, our team will be happy to help you. And our plan starts at $25. So again, this is something that you can benefit from starting right away. And before we go, we're gonna answer a question that we have. So okay, so what is a guideline or a suggestion, the amount, type of reward for the person giving the referral? This is a great question, but the thing is that it really depends on your business. Okay, I've seen companies, for example, I was just talking to the founder of a company last week, and they offer a free service, which is actually, I don't remember exactly what it was. It's a SaaS business, but it's a free, you set up a free account. They don't have any sort of pricing plans or anything like that. So whatever you do with the company, it's free, but they are in the stage where they want to get more customers. And so what they're given for advocates, which is people that are going out and talking to the friends about this company, is that they're giving them $1 per sign up. Now, this might seem like a small amount, but at the end of the day, their friends don't have to do any sort of purchase. They don't have to buy anything. So it's a reward that makes sense because let's say if they talk to 20 friends about it, maybe 10 of them will sign up for free. And so, well, there's $10 that they're getting for not much work. So it really depends on the type of reward. Something that we offer at ReferralCandy is that you can offer your customers either a discount on their next purchase. You can offer them a cash reward, so basically give them cash on PayPal. That's something that we actually automate, so you don't have to worry about that. But also we give them the opportunity to donate to a nonprofit of their choice. And so that's something that actually we have seen working very well for some stores. And so that's something that you can set up on ReferralCandy as well. But again, really depends on the business, really depends on your customers' purchasing behavior, and also depends on your own pricing and how to make it profitable for you. All right, well, if you don't have any questions, I guess everything was very clear. Again, thank you so much for attending the webinar today. I had a blast with you guys, and we'll see you next time. Hope you have a great day today. Bye-bye.